I wanted to show you some of the goofiest Batman toys, in my opinion, that I've seen over the years. There's a lot of really strange stuff out there. We'll start off with this 66 Lone Star gun with holster, because what kid wouldn't want to go around as the Batman cowboy and shoot everyone? After all, that's what made him Batman, is a gun. These baby dolls are stone goofy. You might consider this a bit goofy. Looks like a baby in a crib asking for mommy to hold him. This is the 66 Commonwealth Pee Wee Herman version of Batman. And this is Lady Elaine's husband from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, obviously. You can see that they belong together. And this is when Batman turned to boxing. And, of course, that makes sense. And remember this movie with Spider-Man, George Clooney's Batman, with Tobey Maguire, Spidey, called Super Change. And this was the sequel. This is from the sequel when Superman teamed with Batman and Spider-Man. That makes sense because they're from the same publisher. This is a 3-pack bootleg from that movie. God, I love that movie. And this is Heath Ledger's Joker, dressed as his idol, Ronald McDonald, of course. And this is Bale's Batman driving a pink bat pod because it was Easter. And of course, this, keeps the dynamic duo safe because no villain can shoot through this glass bubble. And we don't know how they breathe in there. And of course, the Batman with no ears. You gotta love that. And of course, remember when Batman would kill his villains and then he would dump, their carcasses in the Gotham City River using this dump truck? It got to be too much, and then he became an ice cream man, and this was his truck. And then he got tired of that business, and he went into the food wholesale, and he started driving this food truck around, because he just wanted to be a simple man. And this one's pretty tragic, sad news. This father and son pair exploded after overeating at the old country corral. Let's have a moment of silence. Okay, I'm back. In case you didn't know that he was Batman, he has it across his chest here. And this has got to be one of the goofiest bootlegs. The Dragon Ball Z guy in a Batwing. That's actually the Aero Bat. Love that vehicle. And here's Batman living an ordinary life, driving a regular, convertible sedan. And this, Batman goes flying around in a kiddie ride. And at this point, he's a deformie now. Really doesn't get any more crude than this. And this is Ace the Bat Hound. And he's not a deformie. And he's standing like a human. And this is Batman as an amputee. He's lost his feet and his arms. Look, he friended Joker as an amputee. They became really good friends. I mean, so close that they were right behind each other. So they made this tribute mask. And here's a really strange 66 carded bat plane, but it's Frankenstein, but he's got blue hair operating the bat plane because he thought somebody should have been out there fighting crime since Batman retired. See, they bonded as they both had falling outs with Dracula. And these Asian market masks are a solid representation of the dynamic duo. Batman looks so badass. Oh, God. And this one speaks to our world today. A tubby child dressed as Batman made into a drug pipe. How innocent. Come on, kids, gather around. Let's smoke crack and weed with mommy and daddy for real family bonding time. And that's a very accurate Batman figure. As is this. This oversized head. This is vintage rare piece, too. And of all versions of Catwoman, the early 70s pirate Mego Catwoman on your shower curtain. So fucking sexy. This is pretty goofy, because look how wild that blue hair is. And when the crime-fighting business got to be too much for Frankenstein, Batman sent out a bat ape to represent. You remember that, I'm sure. And how about the time when Batman was in that Star Wars movie, like episode 15 or whatever, and he turned to the dark side and he had a lightsaber and he battled a great white shark? Remember that? God, I love that movie. And this is one of the really strange, perverted 70s pieces by Jan X. Look where Batman's hand is. I mean, that's pretty bad. That's not even actually funny. This one gets almost everyone's vote for one of the weirdest or goofiest. The trigger for a PP. Who wouldn't want to have Batman's ass in their face while he's spitting at someone else? And here's a great concept brought to you by multiple toy makers. The Batman Bop Bag, because what kid wouldn't want to beat up their idol? I mean, it's not like Batman has great villains like Joker or the Riddler or the Penguin. Okay, this one made my list because look at the way Superman's looking at Batman on this vintage foreign McDonald's Happy Meal box. What do you think he's thinking? Not one of the goofiest, but this guy's Phoenix Joker wig is pretty bad. And nothing could scream goofier than Goofy himself from Disney, water slide transfer on a Keaton Batmobile in pink and lavender in a candy box.